Well, high oil prices sparked by the Iran war haven't boosted the Russian economy yet, according to today's Kommersant. The headline, Petrodollars in transit. The budget has yet to feel the benefit from war in the Middle East. In March 2026, oil and gas revenues of the federal budget were down 43% on the same period last year, according to data published by the Ministry of Finance. The reason for the failure of fee collection, despite high oil prices, is that in March, companies paid taxes based on the February estimated price of Urals oil of $44.6 a barrel. March's $77 a barrel will affect revenues in April. In the meantime, the budget continues to be in a difficult situation. In March, another 60 billion rubles was spent from Russia's National Wealth Fund on bridging the deficit. When additional income arrives, the situation should improve. Interesting that Moskovsky Komsomolets mentions the Ukrainian drone attacks on Russia's oil export hubs at Ust-Luga and Primorsk and on oil refineries, and concedes a negative effect on oil export revenues. In general, it can be said that the attacks on oil refining facilities did not pass without a trace. On the eve of the sowing season, the government had to actually freeze petrol exports until July the 1st. It's clear that the euphoria over additional revenues from the rise in oil prices is absolutely unjustified. Events demand much more modest estimates. The same paper predicts that inability to resolve the Iran question could end up costing Trump the presidency. Nezavisime Gazeta, Trump hasn't achieved his goal, personnel change has not collapsed the Iranian regime. Kommersant, there are no grounds at all for Donald Trump to declare victory in Iran, therefore all that remains is for him to continue the war and make loud statements about the power of US weapons. The Russian army paper Red Star's take on epic fury, Middle East, feeble fury of the aggressor. In the face of tough resistance by Iranian forces, the White House threatens escalation of military action and strikes on civilian infrastructure. The conflict in the Middle East has entered its sixth week. It's already clear that the war on Iran is a political failure for the 47th President of the United States. And yet, Russia's war on Ukraine is in its fifth year, and with no end in sight. Russian troops still haven't managed to seize the whole of the Donbass. But there is no talk of political failure or feebleness in Red Star's reporting of Russia's war. The language used here to describe how the Russian army is doing is purely positive. Like this: with crushing pressure, we are pushing the enemy into a corner. Finally, back to the Russian economy and the joke section of Komsomolskaya Pravda. Do you eat meat? No. What about fish? Also no. Are you a vegetarian? No, I'm a pensioner.